engineer, you're an engineer, you should try and do some finance related courses, and also play around with Canva. Get a subscription, Canva lifetime. I actually know a guy who will give it to you guys in very cheap. I'll tell that after the end of the session. So
Okay, good.
yeah,
Yeah, I
play
am.
around with Canva, play around with Excel, try to explore some SQL. If you have the time, you can do this. You can also try and go through some, YouTube videos about how to solve caselets, or how to
Yeah,
approach guesstimates. All of these things you can try. All of this will be super helpful to you once you start the course. You'll see that a lot of people are applying to various what you can say various case competitions and such, on I mean via this Unstop. Okay, so you'll find that it will be very helpful to you guys if you do a lot of caselets and a lot of guesstimates. Okay, also try to, if you are interested in something like product management, do a basic course on product management via Udemy, or there are also a lot of free resources available for product management if you guys are interested in that. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm from engineering background, and I was thinking prior courses on marketing and finance will help. But yeah, definitely.
Marketing is fine. I mean, marketing, you can, it's fine. Mostly in marketing, you'll get a lot of case studies. So how we had it was in the first term when we had strategic decision making in marketing or something like that, marketing management. So in that, for every session, every lecture, we had a case. Okay, and I mean one lecture for one case. The next lecture, the professor will teach you some theory, and then he will give you another case. Next lecture again, class discussion on the same case. So yeah, that's how it happens. So for marketing, it's don't worry, you can just watch some channels like Think School, or I don't know, like Business Insider, some case studies on these YouTube channels. It will sort you out for the marketing lectures. But yeah, for financial accounting, please do a basic course at least for financial accounting, because I've seen a lot of my engineer friends, they struggled for finance. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll tell you one thing that you need to do when it comes to marketing, right? If possible, make an account on HubSpot, digital marketing. Do some certification regarding digital marketing so that you can add this certification in your CV, which will be very handy for you when you're going for a final interview. You can go through Udemy, Coursera, right? Then the market interviews that happen into the campus, right? So they'll definitely focus on what's your knowledge built in. There are a lot of frameworks that come into the picture, right? So you should have a strong understanding regarding these frameworks whenever you're going for marketing interview. Uh, if you are aiming for brand management or something like that, these things won't happen to you, right? Uh, in terms of in campus, you have to go through a lot of Gs and GDs, right? So to build the business acumen, go through Economic Times, Business Standard, Mint, follow Palki Sharma on first post. Start reading the newspaper each and every day. Because what happens whenever you are facing this G and PA, it is very important that you should have a strong understanding about each and every domain. In terms of finance, you can do some certification from NISM. I have seen a lot of my friends add this certification on their CV. Then some people are also looking for CFA level one, right? If you have CFA level one, you will get a leverage as compared to other competitors. You can also look for financial modeling, and there's IBM course which is aligned with the IBM. Do that course, and if you wanted to diversify more, right? Just go to I am Bangalore's Swam portal. There's a lot of content that is available on that portal. You can do certification in terms of finance, in terms of marketing. This is what I did last year. I search a lot about that Swam portal, and if you go and if you watch all these videos through this portal, most of the MBA knowledge that you'll gain through it.
Akash, what was that NISM? Can you type it out in chat? It will be helpful. Or
Okay, I'll chat it.
both the links that you shared. Yeah, thank you.
NISM. Post that. Yeah. Anyone wants to, open their camera, ask any query?
Guys, please open your cameras. We'll soon start the presentation.
Hey,
So, yeah,
yeah, hi Akash, hi Yash.
yeah,
I wanted to understand you had dropped a text on the group that regarding the resigning from the current job and going for what if
yeah. I'll take that up in the presentation itself.
okay,
Yeah,
and one more last question regarding the present scenario of Gurgaon campus. Are non-engineers should switch into different domains or continue in the same domain with regards to placement and everything? How is it
yeah.
going on?
Akash will take that up in the presentation. It is
Yeah,
covered.
I'll take
For
it up.
your first answer, I'll tell you. So the thing is, it's not a okay. First of all, don't think like it is very important for you to have your last day before the program starts. It's not like that. Okay. Uh, some of my friends they came to Chennai campus and they worked here for a month. One of my friends, one of my next door neighbor, he worked for like 3 months after coming here, but that was because his manager was okay with him only attending uh, the client calls at night. And I mean, if your manager is fine with it, I will highly recommend. If you are nearing the completion of your third year of experience, okay, or even second year, okay, please try to complete that. Okay, the reason is you'll get a lot better opportunities. Okay, in terms of packages, just because of 2 or 3 months, don't let it be like you're not qualified for the higher package. Okay, so this is what will happen. So what I will recommend is try to drop an email to the college before you join the campus. Tell them that you received your admit on so and so date, and right within a week you dropped your resignation to your company. And because the notice period is 3 months long, your last day comes in the middle of May or in the middle of June or something like that. So please consider your case. And my employer is fine with me having my last day then or something like that. Explain the situation that I will not be needed to work or something like that. Okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
you won't be able to work here when you come to campus. You won't be able to work. Especially the first term is extremely hectic. I remember we don't even get Sundays off. We got one Thursday off in the middle of the first term because some guest had to cancel at the last minute. Some guest who was going to come for a guest lecture, he had to cancel at the last minute. That's why we got the Thursday off, because Thursdays and Sundays are reserved for placement activities. So there are no lectures on Thursdays. On Sundays there might be some lectures. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Let's. I think we should just start with the presentation.
Yeah.
If you have more doubts, we can definitely answer them uh, in the end. Okay.
Guys, please open the camera. Since you got the convert from the campus, it should be a cheering moment for you, right? It's like we are talking to a blank screen.
Yeah.
Yes, we can do one thing. Create a breakout room. For those who have not opened their cameras, place me in that room. I'll make sure that they have their cameras on.
Boss man is here.
Hitler.
That sounds really good. I mean, we don't want to do this, but
No,
looking
Hitler
at
was
the
inspired by me. Don't worry, guys. Keep your cameras turned on. See, you're going for Great Lakes. You'll be sitting for placements. Will you cover your face while you're giving your interviews? Does not look professional at all. The least you can do to value our time and effort is to keep your cameras on. That's the least we are asking you. Come on, guys. Show some enthusiasm. You guys have traveled a long way now. Most of the peers have not are very uncertain of where they'll be landing, which B school they'll be landing. You at least have a call in hand. Be fortunate, be grateful to the Almighty that yes, you have converted one B school. And listen to me. I was I will also pray for you that you get a Chennai convert for those of you who have Gurgaon converts. But for that, I need your cameras on. Okay. People are listening now. ठीक है यश टू दो पांच मिनट आप ले लो if the cameras are not on and by then everybody's then start placing them in a breakout room.
I'll just give you the host.
नहीं नहीं don't make me the host. ये आप ही करो.
चलेगा चलेगा ठीक
ये
है.
पाप आप ही करो.
The Dark Knight, huh?
Okay.
Okay. ठीक है. Let's go. Let's start. Guys, देखो यार अभी मैं I didn't want to say this, but if you guys don't open your cameras, maybe you won't receive the Chennai admit. So, I mean, now I've jinxed it. So, sue me. Anyway, let's start. Where is it? Okay, yeah. Starting the presentation. Okay. So, okay. All right. So, yeah. The very first, the most asked question. That's why I had this as the first slide. The most asked question was, what are the chances of converting, the possibility of upgrading to Chennai campus? And no matter how many times I answered this question, this was still, it was like the people were not satisfied with this answer. I mean, if you want me to tell you that, yeah, wait for 3 days and do some Kal Sarp Dosh, you'll get the Chennai campus, then okay, I'll say that, but that's not how it works. Okay, conversion to Chennai campus is possible, definitely possible, but it depends on a lot of factors, and none of those factors are in your hands or mine. Okay, so the best thing to do is evaluate your priorities. Evaluate where you are in life right now. Try to think whether Gurgaon is worth it for you. It's completely your choice. Okay, I'm not going to say that Gurgaon is completely worth it. If you're not selecting Gurgaon, you are making a huge mistake, or no, nothing like that. Okay, the average placements there. You know what are the fees. You know everything. I mean, not everything. You know most of the things. Other things will shed some light on. But yeah, I mean, mota to everyone knows, right? And in general, whether you feel Gurgaon is worth it, it's your choice. If I was in your situation, uh, I mean, let's consider that I'm in your situation. Let's consider that I have left my job like 6 months to 1 year ago, and I don't have any other convert in my hand. So should I choose Gurgaon, or should I take a drop here? If it was up to me, I would go with Gurgaon. Okay, but that is my that is my preference. Okay, if I didn't have any other, if I had a choice between taking a gap year and Gurgaon, I would go for Gurgaon, because it's not a scam. It's not like SDA Bocconi or even BIMTech. If you guys have a call from SDA Bocconi, I will say,
Yes, careful.
okay,
Mhm.
take a gap year instead. But so next is timeline for Gurgaon to Chennai conversion. It depends. Like some people receive it when the third cycle calls are released. Some people might even receive it when the fourth cycle calls are released. It totally depends. But the timeline is from tomorrow until the course starts. So that is the only answer that is not wrong. So that is what my answer is about this one. But yeah, you can, it's don't pin all your hopes on this conversion. Okay, keep it like it would be good if you have it. Okay, it's not like until this is done, I can't focus on something else. No, if you have a Gurgaon call, if you are not ready to go with Gurgaon, try looking for other options already. Okay, if you have other colleges calls, focus on them. Okay, if you don't have that, and if your decision was to maybe try looking for a job or start preparing for next year's entrances, do that. Okay, but don't be like, okay, I'll wait for a month for Chennai conversion. Until then I'll have panic attacks and anxiety, and then one day when the program finally starts on 10th or 12th May, that is when all of my hopes come crashing down. No, that is very sad. Don't do that. Okay. Next is payments. I think I already covered that. I think I already covered payments in I don't know in the
Yeah.
last.
So, Yash, I'll take that conversion scenario.
Okay.
Last year, I have seen from last 3 years, I'm tracking the people who wanted to convert from Gurgaon to Chennai. So what happens if your profile, 10th, 12th UG, your background, company, and your domain plays a very important role. I have seen people in my campus who were in technical healthcare domain, right? They got a call from Gurgaon campus in the second cycle, and then they asked for Chennai campus. So the roles who are coming for campus when it comes to Chennai matches with your profile, then they'll call you out. And I'll tell you one thing: the companies who are coming for Chennai campus, they're also coming for Gurgaon campus. This was scenario up to last year, but this year, something uh, happened. Worst, I would say, the companies visited Gurgaon first, and then they came to Chennai. Right? You can say Uno reverse. So there are a lot of companies. Take any tech recruiter, Accenture, Cognizant, LTI, ZS, any recruiter that comes to your mind. They came to Gurgaon campus first. They saw the talent there, and then they came to Gurgaon campus, sorry, Chennai campus. So, if you get a chance to get into Gurgaon, and if you think that if you don't have any chance to repeat, then go for it. Yeah, yes, continue.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Gurgaon is not completely worthless, guys. It is still a worthy option. Okay. So consider Gurgaon as well. As for Reddit posts, we also had an infamous Reddit post just before we joined Chennai, and literally everyone was completely rattled by that Reddit post. This happens every year, and actually, what they did was they did something really good. So if you guys know Kirti Janardhan, she is one of the admissions committee member in Great Lakes. She's an alumnus of Great Lakes, and she got hired directly into Great Lakes Chennai. So she's one of our super seniors, and she actually arranged an unofficial call with a couple of her batchmates, so that we can have some much needed clarity, unofficial call level of truth there. So we decided to go with the option because we had a lot of clarity then. We don't know whether this will be possible for you guys. So that is also one of the reasons why we are having this call. Okay. Next is payment. Payment. You already have the payment structure. Try to make the payments on time. If you are going for a bank loan, I saw some question like, do I have to take the entire loan, or can I just sponsor half of my can I pay half of the loan by myself and then probably get a loan for the other half? Yeah, you can do that. You can do whatever you want about the loan. You can even get a loan for 1 lakh rupees and pay the other 21 lakhs by yourself. It's completely your choice. It's not like you have to pay the entire amount by loan or by yourself. Okay. So yeah, that's partial versus full sponsorship. It's completely up to you. One of my friends, I don't know whether I should name him. He had invested around 4 lakh rupees when the market was down in 2020, and by the time he had to pay the fees, his portfolio was more than 27 or 28 lakhs. So that guy, he paid his entire Great Lakes fee from that portfolio, and right now he is in France in the international immersion program. So he sponsored that as well. Okay. So yeah, it's on you whether you want to pay by cash, by black money, by loan, whatever you want. Okay. So don't worry. Next is documentation. Try to get all of the documentation before you join the campus. On the very first day, so this is what happens. As soon as you reach the campus, the very first week, it will be the induction week. Okay, you won't have many lectures in the first week. Okay, but what you'll have is a lot of sessions. On the very first day when you reach, I think we reached the campus on 20th May. We were required to be in the campus on 20th May. On 21st May, we had the document verification and everything. Okay, so you'll have to come with whatever documents you have, including documents that are not asked for by the college. Also get all of those relevant documents. Okay, because with us what happened is they gave us a list of documents, and when we came to the campus they were like, no, we need 3 or 4 additional documents, and then everyone had to scramble to try and arrange for those documents. So a lot of people were at a disadvantage because they had left their organization 1-2 years ago, and then they had to reach out to them to get 6 months previous payslip. So even if the college might have told you that only 3 months salary slip is enough, try to get at least 6 months of pay slip. Try to arrange for it from right now. Okay, it should not, so that you will be well prepared. If the college on the first day they are like, no, we need say up to 6 months, you can just produce that. Okay, you should have your form 16 also. You should have your ITR returns also. Try to be ready with all of the documents. If they haven't mentioned PF documents, you also need PF document, because that is what they did to us also. They told us they didn't mention PF anywhere, and when we came to the campus, they were like, we need your EPFO. So be ready with EPFO also. Literally every document that you can think of, apart from your स्कूल के जो तुमने कुछ रनिंग वगैरह के जो सर्टिफिकेट्स जीते होंगे, वो छोड़ के everything else you should get all of those documents, scan it, make multiple backups of these documents and keep it with you when you come to the campus. Okay, probably you'll during placements you can be asked for any document also. Okay, so be ready with all of that documentation.
Yes, I'll take that payment scenario.
Okay.
Since most of the students are looking for loan, right? So I'll tell you some banks that you can take loan. SBI process is very lengthy, very stringent. It took almost 1 month for me to do the whole processing. That's why I left out from SBI, and I was having a lot of calls. That's why I switched to SDFC Credila. Though the interest rate is 8.95, right, for SDFC Credila, but they have given me access to shift my calls from I am Sambalpur to Great Lakes, right? So if you wanted to, if you have a lot of calls, and if you wanted to take loans, then SDFC Credila would be a better choice for you. In terms of Canara Bank, which has very less interest rate, I would say it was around 8.5%, right? And then go for Canara Bank. And if you wanted to have a convenience, then go for IDFC as well as ICICI Bank. In terms of documentation, I'll tell you guys some things that you need to keep in mind when it comes to documentation. I have seen some of my friends, due to not having the documentation, they literally uh, they got placed in some companies, but they have not shown the documents, and they literally uh, got fired from that companies. They didn't get the offer letter, as well as they didn't get the seat into the campus. And the big
Yeah,
consulting companies,
this
big
is especially for if you are coming from a sector that is unorganized or semi-organized. So the person that Akash is talking about, that person was working in the construction sector, and as you guys know, most of the construction companies, they are largely semi-organized, right? So that person didn't have appropriate documents, and this happened to them for two opportunities. They got placed in two opportunities, and both the times because of insufficient documentation. Okay, I mean, the college also tried a lot. The our chief placement officer, he also tried to negotiate with the company HR a lot, but the company HR was like, no, we cannot do this. You should at least have enough proof to prove that you are working for that span of time. Okay, so please take documentation very, very seriously. That is why I said, get every document possible, every document that you have, scan, keep multiple backups of that scan, one on Google Drive, one on this drive, everywhere you should have the backup. Bring those documents to campus. You will be told to show any document. Okay, especially during placements, don't let it happen that you get placed, you clear all the rounds, and in the final, after the HR round, when they are asking for document verification, that is when you realize that, oh, I didn't have that document, and now you're out of a job. Okay, so that person was really lucky, but after the first two rejections like these, they were not able to get a job for like 6 months. Very recently they got placed in another company, and during those 6 months they arranged for that document. Okay, for both of those documents. Okay, so this is what will happen if this is what you should be your first priority right now. And loan options, you can definitely try in HDFC also. If you guys are confused about which bank to consider, Bank of Baroda, Canada Bank, and SBI, these banks offer the least of the interest rates usually. Especially my loan is from SBI Bank, and in the first week, I didn't feel like my loan was getting processed. So I asked one of the people who was working in my local branch. I asked them that where do all of these loans get processed. So for every city, all of the SBI branches, they send all of these loan applications to one location. Okay, there is one corporate office of SBI in every city. Okay, so try to, if you're not getting any update on your loan application, for every bank this happens. They usually have a corporate office in every city. So try to, try. So when I did that, they processed my loan within a week. Okay, so try to, try doing this. Be more proactive in terms of loans, because we live in India, so it's a lot of it's very bureaucratic. Try
Now
to.
I'll tell one thing more,
Mhm.
that here also I've taken, while I'm studying here at a different institute, I've also taken a loan from SBI. I'll tell you how it helps, because the interest rates are lower, plus it is a public sector bank. So no hidden charges or no pre-closure charges or penalty like that. Now, in my case, I have taken a loan from my home branch. So I belong to Jamshedpur. I have taken a loan from Jamshedpur. I have not taken a loan from maybe Pune branch. Why that helps? Because I'm a family. My family, as in my mother, my father, already had a account at that branch, and the institute that I am from is already in some tier. So therefore, they don't have any preconditions, or they don't hesitate in giving out a loan. They are more than happy to give me a loan. It's ultimately business for them. Now, why does taking a home loan, taking a loan from a home branch help? Because they know you as a customer. For Great Lakes branch, if you try at SBI, maybe Chennai branch, they don't know you as a person. Plus, they have humongous applications.
Yeah.
Therefore, it
Yeah.
will take some time.
Yeah, I mean, all of you guys must have received the details of multiple banks in your admit email, right? They mention all of the point of contacts, but it will be better if you reach your home branch, especially for SBI. I'll tell you why. Because in SBI's education loans, there is a section called as scholar loans. So for scholar loans, they have four lists. There is a double A list, a single A, B, and C. So if and Great Lakes belongs to the single A list. So what that means is that basically you can get 20 lakhs of unsecured loan. Non-collateral unsecured loan, you'll get up to 20 lakh rupees. Just a co-applicant has to sign along with you. It can be your mother or father or anyone. Okay. So yeah. Okay. At this point, we can probably stop and take a few questions. Vedabrat, you have any doubts?
Yes, Yash.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know that, let's suppose I am also looking for other options, right? As of right now. So if I pay the 1 lakh rupees from my side, but the thing is, next 6.5 lakhs or 7 lakhs rupees I have to pay before that 15 April mark, right?
Right.
So what I wanted to know is, should I go for student loan right away or should I wait for it? Like, what's the
If
approach?
you have, see, if you have partial amount of the loan with you,
Yeah.
try to cover that in the initial installments. Because
Okay.
what happens is, as soon as the bank disburses the loan amount, from that day itself your interest starts getting calculated. Okay,
Okay.
so try to push the bank installments until the very last day. Okay, or one day before the last day. Okay,
Okay.
that is the best practice. So if
So if 50% of the money I'm paying from my end and 50% I am taking loan,
so
so
50%, try to pay it before your loan installment is going out, because you'll incur lesser interest.
okay, great.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Raghav.
Vedabhat, I'll tell you one thing. I was also having this situation last year. Initially, I paid for SIM Nashik. For SIM Nashik, I went to fourth school of management. Then I went to IIM Sambalpur. Then I went to Great Lakes Chennai. So what I did, every time I checked each and every college, and I was securing like 50,000 in the college. And before the deadline, I used to take that money. Post that, when I went to IIM Sambalpur, then I posted 1 lakh rupees there, taken out that money. Then I went to Great Lakes, and there I took that loan. Because what happens if you take a loan, they'll start the whole calculation money from the day itself. So make sure that you have to push the deadline as possible, as soon as possible, right? And in terms of documentation, guys, I'll tell you all these documents because I opened the file. Your Aadhaar card, 10th, 12th, all your BTech, BCom, BSc, whatever background that you have to have the mark sheet of it, joining letter of your organization, degree certificate, experience certificate, Form 16, full and final settlement of your organization, then payslip from last 6 months, letter of authorization, PAN card, post that passbook. If you have promotion in your organization, have a copy of it, and resignation acceptance letter. All these documents are needed for Great Lakes.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like in the final month of my employment, I just went to our employee portal and I just downloaded all of the documents and sent it to my personal email. Like right from the very first promotion that I got after I joined the company, I even mailed that document as well. So yeah,
Akash,
Raghav, you have a question?
Akash,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, so
the
okay.
documents that you mentioned regarding the job related documents, can you write it down maybe in the chat section? Because
No,
Yeah, he will.
no, I'll send it on the group. Don't worry. I'll send out a screenshot of it.
thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Raghav.
Yeah, so there's this moratorium period, right? So does the interest get calculated as soon as the
Yes.
bank
Yes.
disperses its funds?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is
yeah.
this? Okay,
Moratorium only means that the bank won't hound you. The bank will not call you for the first 12 months.
And one
After
more thing, it
the
it'll be simple interest by the time moratorium is there.
Mhm.
After that, you'll be charged compounded interest.
Yeah. So
oh,
how
so
much?
okay. So during the 1 or 1.5 years, the interest will
Yeah,
be
interest
I
will
think it is duration of the program plus 1 year
1
for
year.
every
yeah.
standard MBA.
plus 1 year. Yeah. So what I've done is I had a lot of savings. So I just like for 1.5 years, I have set out an auto pay to my loan account. So every month, 15,000 rupees as the interest payment, it gets sent so that at least the interest does not get accumulated. Because what will happen is after the moratorium period ends, all of the accumulated interest will get added to your principal amount, and then I mean that is how it will compound. Okay, so you'll have to pay a lot more in terms of that. So because I had some savings, I just I calculated how much I need for 18 months, and I just kept that in one account, and I set an auto pay for every month to be sent out to that.
great, great.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and SBI also helps. Yeah, every bank will help if you are changing college. It depends on casual. अरे यार नहीं यार, not lot of savings I had थोड़ा सा enough savings for to last 1 year का 15,000 का जो है, अभी 4.5 साल काम किया, थोड़ा तो रखना पड़ेगा ना भाई. तो so yeah, so what you have any other questions, Raghav?
No. Right now, no. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take a few questions from the chat box as well. Chandan says he has worked in a small company that doesn't have PF. What should I do? Construction sector. You have Form 16 salary slip. That's fine. Email the college right now that you don't have provident fund because you are not paid PF. Okay. So it depends on different companies, to be honest. Like if PF is not an absolute mandatory document, but if you have Form 16 salary slip and ITR, if you have alternative ways to prove your employment, they will probably try and give you leeway. But yeah, try to mail the college from the start itself. So they won't be like you never told us. Okay, you should at least inform the college about this. Okay. Next is documents. Akash will write in the group. Worked in construction sector. Okay, that is covered. Worked in the travel industry. Don't have Form 16 and no salary slip. The
Oh,
admission committee said that salary certificate will work, and I don't have PF as well for that work. But currently, I'm working with an MNC, so I have everything. Would that be a problem? It could be a problem in terms of proving your employment in the travel industry. Okay, so Bharat, if you can open your mic and camera, can
Yes,
you
sir, I'm
just
here.
tell me like how many months was in this travel company and how many months in MNC?
So, well, in travel agency, I was working for around 24 months, and currently it's been 6 months I've been working with City. So yeah.
Okay. So that, like, to be honest, that could be a problem for some companies because you don't have even alternative ways of proving that. Okay. If you have a salary certificate, it might work. They could also, probably contact your previous organization. If that happens, then that is a very easy way out. But if they're hell bent on providing documentation, then it's hard. Probably try and trouble the HR of your of that travel company. Try and reach out to her every 2 days and try and say that, please, can you arrange for my salary slips? Okay. So
Well, sir, actually I was paid in cash. That's the point.
yeah, that's fine. On the salary slip, they can mention that the mode of payment was cash. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, they can
try.
give me the salary slip. That
Sorry.
won't be a problem. That won't be a problem. I can get the salary slip. And one more
Uh,
thing is,
uh,
is it mandatory to file the ITR? See, my package was around 3.5, so I didn't file the ITR and all.
File the ITR right
So
away.
file that,
File
yeah.
it. Yeah, please file it because it is much better to have that document, right? I know it's very boring work, but try doing that. It will help a lot in terms of proving your employment. Okay,
But see, that's the point. They paid me in cash, so there won't be
that's
any.
fine. That is still an option to choose when you're filing the ITR. You have the option to choose that you are paid in cash. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Next is, can we
Thank you.
directly ignore the Gurgaon letter or should we mark offer declined in Google form? It depends on you. You can either ignore or mark that offer declined. Probably someone who did not get the Gurgaon call, he might get that call because you decided on marking it as no. It's up to you. I will encourage, if you have the Chennai call, just mark the Gurgaon as declined. Okay. The offer might go to other people as well. Just wanted to know, people coming from marketing background to companies come for. We'll cover that in the placement slide. Okay. So moving on, academics and curriculum. This is probably the best part of Great Lakes. Something even better than placements, I would say. Okay. So academics and curriculum. The best thing about this is that exams are not that hard. Okay, exams are actually pretty easy, especially because the end term exam only carries up to, I don't know, like 30% of weightage. 70% of your weightage is lies in the class discussions, the group discussions, PowerPoint presentations, group assignments, individual assignments, all sorts of these things. Okay, some professors might even say that 10% of your evaluation is your attendance. That happened for us in the impact skills lab. The professor was like, if you attend every lecture, I will give you 25% marks, just like that. So just attend at least 9 lectures out of 10. That is what they requested us to do. So the evaluation part completely depends on the professor. It is to the discretion of the professor. The professor can decide on how much weightage to allot to each of the components. Apart from that, with grades being sorted, one more thing is that relative grading is followed in Great Lakes. So it doesn't matter if you get 90 marks out of 100. If everyone gets 90 marks out of 100, you'll get a B minus. That
Right.
is what happened to me very recently. Okay, so it is all relative grading. It depends on how your classmates also perform, and this is actually a very progressive form of grading. Okay, because this is how you can actually understand whether the professor is doing good in terms of teaching. Okay, if everyone gets low marks, it directly reflects on the professor that he's not that good at teaching, because literally everyone received very low marks, right? Or it can also mean that the professor just gave a very tough exam. Okay, so but relative grading, there are pros and cons to it. It is a very bittersweet mechanism. Okay, lots of times it happens that you lose a higher grade because of 0.001 marks. Okay, it happens, and it is very frustrating to see that when you ask your friend and he has like 0.1 or 0.2 marks more than you, and he has a grade higher than you. Okay,
Okay,
but yeah,
one
that is how
one
it
quick
is.
question, Yash.
Yeah.
One quick question for those of you who are worried about grades. How much does a grade matter in getting a placement?
No.
No,
Answer
grade
that.
No.
Grade doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from one or two companies like McKinsey and Bain, if they come to campus, only then they will be like, okay, we will consider 3 and above. Okay.
Guys,
So
I'll take an example. A
yeah,
guy who got 2.33 out of 4 got placed at 18 LP in one of the consulting firm. He went
yeah.
to teacher and he told that teacher told that person to increase his grade in the upcoming days. So you can request them just to sit for the placements. And the day where he have to attend in front of teacher, that day he got placed, right?
So
So
yeah, I'll tell this. What happened was he so in the core term, so you might, if you have read the terms and conditions, you might know that they have mentioned that if you don't get more than 2.5 in the core term, you will be kicked out of the program. So this was in the core term when the core term ended and he had less than 2.5, about 2.3. I swear, Akash, if he sees this video, he's going to chew my head off. But he got less than 2.5 mark, 2.5 grade, and he was so lucky that just like 1 week before that he got placed in okay, yeah, a really good company with 18 LPA package. And when the program manager she came and she gave that letter to him. You get a nice letter mentioning that you have less than 2.5, and if you don't recover that in the next term, you'll be kicked out of the program. She gave that letter to him, and he was like, wait a minute, I got placed already. She was like, please, if that is the case, please let us know, because it will be a big relief to us. Okay. So that is also what happens. Akash, let's refrain on letting out confidential and sensitive
yeah.
details. Okay. Uh, so recognition of PGPM for PhD eligibility. A lot of people are like, no, it is a certification that you get and everything. You are eligible to apply to PhD programs. It depends on which program you are applying to. It also depends on your own background. Okay, some PhD programs, they allow you to directly do a PhD after your engineering, even because you have a 4-year undergrad degree. Okay, that also happens. So I don't think PGPM will have any impact on your PhD eligibility, but be sure to sure about it. Just try researching on it by yourself. Okay, this question might also be asked in your welcome call, and they usually say that it's not an issue, but most of you, like 90% of you, won't go for a PhD after this. 90% of you will be like, as soon as you get placed, you'll start calculating how much I can increase my loan EMI by, so that I can reduce the loan tenure by 10 years. Okay, this is what your first priority will be. So yeah, about the PhD eligibility, do more research about it, or maybe Akash can shed light on this.
Yeah. In terms of PhD, there are two programs which are going there in the campus, FABM, and there's a program for the leaders who are having almost 8 to 15 years of work right? There's a different exam for that program, and around 15 to 30 people are there in that program. It all boils down, if you go into the mid-level management, right? Then you are eligible for this PhD program. And I have seen a lot of people who have been to the top B schools. They often come as a junior faculty and they do PhD in the campus itself. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so don't worry about it. Challenge due to shorter duration. There is no challenge. There is only a lot of benefit, because their exams, they are usually, especially after core term ends, the from term 4, whatever exams you'll have, they will be very easy. Most of the subjects are like submission based exams. So you won't even have a term end exam. And the product management people are the luckiest examples of this, also known as Akash, who is in the product management specialization. They don't even have exams, guys. They only have a submission as an exam. So don't worry about challenges. There are only benefits to saving a year. You'll join the workforce 1 year earlier than your friends, people who are going for a 2-year MBA course. You'll probably have higher salary by the time they get placed. Okay. So don't worry about the shorter duration. It is nothing but a benefit. Okay.
Yes, sorry to cut you in between, but I wanted to ask, like, with this 1 year program, it's a certificate program, right? So while we are like applying for the switches after graduating from here, what we would write in our CVs? Like, would it be treated as MBA
No, no.
equivalent
You
or
can
something like
you
that?
Yes,
can
I'll take that
directly
question.
mention,
Yes,
yeah, you can
Vaibhav,
directly
I'll tell you
mention
one thing.
MBA. Yep.
Great Lakes has a strong alumni network of 14,000 people, right? You don't have to go to any candidate or any person from IIMs or something like that. Just talk to our alums, and you'll get a, uh, I would
Referral,
say, referral
easy referral.
from these people, right? We see the brand Great Lakes. If you go out of the campus, has a lot of recognition, right? Just push that message into alumni portal, as well as you can connect them personally from 2018, 2008 to 2024, right? Alums will definitely take care of it. Don't worry about whether you'll get a switch or not, right? And second thing, you mentioned that whether this certification has brand recognition. Our alums are present in more than 71 plus countries, right? If you know them, just connect on them on LinkedIn and see. Once you get into Accenture, Cognizant, or any company that thought about it, if you're switching to new company, they'll check your past company's work ex and the knowledge that you gained. So you'll get a better switch as compared to certificate. See, that is like a recognition, right? Once you get into company, it all boils down to your skill set. Just connect to alums, you'll get have a better understanding of
You'll
it.
also, one more thing about the certificate thing. This program is approved by AICTE, AACSB, and AMBA. Okay, if you don't know what these terms are, just Google them. These are accreditation. These are accreditations that you receive. This means that this is not only recognized in India, it is also recognized in the Europe. You can actually go to Europe on the basis of this degree, and you can actually try searching for jobs. They'll still consider you as someone who has done a 1 year MBA. Okay, so that is what AACSB and AMBA mean. Don't worry. I know it's far-fetched but comment, but even ISB offers 1 year MBA. Exactly. Even what does ISB do? ISB is also giving that certificate only. Okay, but you want, I don't think you would ask the same question if you are in the call for ISB. Why? Because their average placement is like 40-45 lakhs. So
Okay.
suddenly the certificate is okay. Okay, so that's yeah. So don't worry about it. Placements and career opportunities. See, I'll tell you something very honest, very
Yash,
honest thing about placements. Once 1 minute, Raghav, I'll complete this. So very honest thing about placements is if you have more than 3 years of work ex, if you are in Chennai campus, expect up expect packages from 15-16 LPA plus. The minimum you'll get is at least 15-16 LPA. Average is around 18-19 for Chennai campus, and the top end is, it doesn't have any limit. Very recently, like it is already Feb end, still people are getting packages up to 28 lakhs. Okay. Recently, ZS hired up to 7 people. Out of those 7 people, they gave 28 lakhs to, I think, two or three people.
3 people.
Okay. And the rest of the people, they got 22 lakhs. Okay. So this is what is happening. Before ZS, I think I also told this to a lot of you guys that, about Zensar. Zensar came for a product management role and they gave 19 to 25 LPA.
24.
Yeah, what was their work ex? For ZS, the work ex was completely mixed. Some people had 2+ years, some people had 3+years. Okay. About people less than 3 years of work ex, if you are in Chennai campus, expect at least 12-13 LPA. Okay. I'll come to PGDM. For Great Lakes Chennai campus, less than 3 years of experience, 2+ years experience, expect at least 12-13 LPA. Okay, and that is like the bare minimum. Most companies will offer at least 13-14. Okay, and the actual average for less than 3 years, I would say, is around 16. And the upper limit, again, there is no upper limit for this also. There are people who have less than 3 years of experience. They have 25, 27, 28 LPA offers also. Okay, so the upper end is, there is no cap to the upper end.
Uh, Hi, Yash, sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to have a query, right? I have a
What
admit
is your
from
name,
Gurgaon.
bro? You don't have your name. Your camera
Uh,
is. Can you please turn on your camera at least? And what
yeah,
is your name? Yep.
Yeah, sorry, myself Dheeraj Goel. I don't know why my name is not there.
Okay.
So I have an admit from Gurgaon campus, and currently I am at ZS Associates already
Mhm.
with the 14 LPA. But uh, I wanted to know, can we negotiate above what I am currently earning during placements? Do we have that
Oh, during
window?
placements,
Yeah.
you know, you'll be very pleased with this answer because the negotiation happens, but it's not from your side. The placement cell, they themselves negotiate with the companies. Okay.
Okay.
So whichever company you get placed in, whatever offer you have, the placement cell will try their best before you sign that. There, you have to sign a document after you get placed at the placement cell. So before you
Yeah.
sign that document, the placement cell reaches out to each and every company and they negotiate on every candidate's behalf. They
And if you
try.
are 12, yeah, if you are 12 to 13 LPA, they are giving opportunity to sit for the companies
Hmm.
for offering 18 to 19 LPA. So you'll get a better package, right? So there will be a second chance for the people who are getting 13, 12, 13, 14 range.
In
Okay.
especially in Chennai campus, this happened that people who got lesser package around 11 to 13 LPA, all of them were told to apply to companies that came after that. So people were told to apply to Zensar, to IBM. IBM came with 21 LPA. Then they were also asked to apply to ZS. Actually, one or two, I think two or three of the people who got into ZS recently, they had that 13 LPA package and they were allowed to apply again. Okay. Otherwise, for everyone else, if you have a package more than 16 LPA, you'll have to wait until everyone is placed. After that, you can apply. Or maybe if the company doesn't shortlist any people, then it will be made available for rest of the people to apply. Okay. So yeah. What to expect if I'm trying to switch my domain to marketing and analytics from operations at Glimpsy? See, the best switch that is offered at Glimpsy is the switch to analytics. Okay,
Hmm.
no matter which background you're from, if you want to get into analytics, Great Lakes is probably the best choice that you could have. Most of the roles that are coming here, okay, that was one of the points that I was going to talk about in this slide. That the maximum number of roles are coming here with the title of business analyst, and everyone is eligible to apply to this, no matter whatever your background might be. In fact, this is the case for every role that is coming to campus. There is no restriction on you being from any specialization. They will let you apply to every company that is coming on campus. There are two to three exceptions to this, but that is because of the companies itself. There are companies who come to the campus and they're like, we only want to consider people from finance. We only want to consider people from data science. And trust me, these companies are not more than two to three. Definitely not more than five. Less than five. Definitely less than five. I can only remember like two to three companies who are placing restrictions on your specialization. Apart from these two to three companies, more than 90, even around 100 companies visit the campus. You are still eligible to apply for up to 100 companies. All of these companies are really good. Most offered role is business analyst, followed by consultant. In consultant also, you have all kinds. You have tech consultant, you have strategy consultant, you have business consultant. Okay. So business consultant as in functional consultants, the like it depends on the company that is coming to the campus. There was one company that was in healthcare. They came for healthcare consultant role. Other companies, they came for like I think there was one company, I think Pfizer, right, Akash? It came
Hmm.
for financial consultant role. Okay, so business consultant is mainly dependent on which domain the company is in. You'll get a consultant role in that domain. Apart from that, most offered is tech consultant and
Consultant.
strategy consultant. Also, lots of roles are offered. I'll tell you one more statistic. Until last year, Accenture Strategy only hired around 4 to 5 people. Accenture Strategy. This year, they hired 9 people. Okay,
Hmm.
that is like more than double. That is a big jump. Okay, so that is something that you can go for. So realistic. Okay, percentage of students remaining unplaced. So this is a very important statistic that everyone of you should know.
Be
Okay.
careful, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that question, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'll tell you in percentage. Around 13%. 13% of the people are still unplaced, and we are hoping that these people will get placed within 20 to 30 days, right? 87% of the batch got placed around this month, today itself. For Gurgaon, around 29% people are unplaced. I'm not gonna quoting the number.
Now, I'll tell you one more thing. For those of you who are worried if how many people are remaining to be placed, I think this is the last metric that you should be thinking about. Why? Because you've converted a really good B school, and probably for those of you who are sitting here in this call, will not be there in that space to end up in probably the 13% or 29% that both of them talked about.
And one
So
thing I would like to
don't think
state,
about these numbers.
yeah, and one thing I would like to state here is these people got 20 chances. 20. That is a threshold. They sat for 40 interviews. Some sat for 45 interviews. One company gives merely there are 2 to 3 rounds of interview, right? 20 companies into 3 or 2, let's make it 50. They're going through 50 interviews, right? So I have seen people getting placed. Yes, got placed in first attempt, right? For me, it take a lot of time, right? I've seen some of my friends. They worked in industry for 4 5 years, but I don't know why they are not able to express themselves during the interviews, right? So there's a notion that is made in the market that if you are from non-technical, non-engineering background, you won't get placed. These are the people who got placed very early into the campus, right? And they got into consulting. Big fours also came to the campus. They also got into these companies. So if you are getting 40 attempts and if you're not able to express yourself, then the fault is in you, right?
Yeah. I'll
Don't
I'll tell you one more thing, guys. When you're coming to any MBA program, no matter whether you're coming to Gurgaon, Chennai, or any, you might have converts from TAPMI, any MBA program. All of you, or at least most of you, I'm willing to bet, are within 25, 26 years of age, or even younger. Okay, you guys should I really want to say this thing. It might, I might seem as someone with thoda sa pichda soch, but I really think that you guys should not have restrictions with respect to the place that you'll be working in. Okay, because this is what happened in our senior batch. Okay, in our senior batch, people did not apply to companies during the placement season because the company had offered locations that are not according to what their preferences were. People were like, I will only apply to company who will give me a job in Gurgaon location. I will only apply to company that will give me a job in Mumbai location. See, these are the most bullshit, I would say, preferences you might have. If you have these preferences, get that out of the head. Don't do an MBA, I would say. If you have those kind of preferences, okay, if you have any commitments, I can understand, right? If you have parents who need that kind of support, I can understand that. But if you are this way because I don't know, I don't want to go to a new place, I don't think an MBA is a good deal for you, because after an MBA the job is very unpredictable. Most jobs after an MBA are very unpredictable. You'll be required to solve business problems on a daily basis. You should have that kind of adaptability. I swear, almost 3 out of 5 interviews I've taken, you guys have mentioned adaptability as your strength. Where does this strength go when you have to make do with some job location, right? Don't bear this kind of restrictions in your mind. You can definitely have restrictions based on what kind of package you want. You can choose to not sit for lower packages. That's your call completely. Okay, you can choose to sit for companies that you don't want that role. You can say, I don't want a business analyst role, I won't sit for that placement. That's a completely valid reasoning there. But when you say that I'll only sit for placements that for companies that will give me a certain Gurgaon location, certain Mumbai location, no, you are in the completely wrong direction. I remember one of our seniors, he said that in the final interview. In final HR interview, the HR asked, "Are you open to work in all locations?" He was like, "No, I'll only work in Gurgaon and NCR." Instant rejection. That guy got rejected. And the worst thing was, all of the people who joined that company along with him, all of them got NCR location. Only 2 or 3 of them got Mumbai location. So see, this is what will happen. Even if you are going to get your whatever location you want, the company should not feel like you are very rigid. They should see that adaptability as your strength. Okay, challenges faced by non-engineers. So the only challenge you might face is in terms of understanding analytics or something like that. If you have right now you have up to 2 to 3 months, try to get well versed with analytics. Try to get well versed with Python, Excel, some SQL. Okay, you won't be needed to code, not at all. But you should know. You should be able to read the code. You should be able to read the snippet, and you should be able to at least try and say, okay, this part of the code is doing this part of the code is trying to do this. Okay, and you should at least be able to explain the flow of the code, that okay, after taking care of, let's say, of outliers, after that step we are coming up with a confusion matrix. After that we are deciding on the basis of the elbow chart, we are deciding how many clusters we should take. This is how you should be able to, this is the only kind of explanation that is needed of you about the code. Apart
Right.
from this, after doing an MBA, you are not required to code. Okay, you should only know what that code means. You should know if there is an error. You should know how you should go about it. And right now, you guys are very lucky because we are in 2025. We have AI integration across almost every IDE. If you have tried coding in Copilot, okay, try Googling Copilot. If you haven't used it already, it is one of the best tools to code on. You'll While you're coding, you'll literally have that option right next to your text box, that generate with Gemini. Okay, so you can literally generate code for it, and that is completely fine. That is accepted. The professors urge you to do that. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't worry. Don't worry
Yes,
about.
yes, I'll take some things for the
Yeah,
students.
yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Guys, do one thing. I'll tell you some technical things that you need to keep in mind. Excel, right? How get your hands dirty when it comes to Excel. The formulas that are used in Excel, pivot table and macros. You should have a basic understanding of it. PowerPoint. There will be some sessions. There are almost 10 to 12 sessions which are conducted by campus where you have to understand the business problem and you have to make PowerPoint presentations, right? So start from today itself. Try to make PPTs and PowerPoint, right? Get your hands dirty on PowerPoint. Then I have seen a lot of students set for data roles, right? So for data analytics, you should have a strong understanding regarding SQL, right? So just go through it once. Maybe in the upcoming days, I'll take some sessions regarding SQL. I'll teach you in that. The people who are from non-technical, non-engineering background, it is very tough for them. But it all boils down to whether you want to sit for data role or non-technical role, right? Then fourth thing is you should understand the basics of Python code, right? Just understand it. You don't have to code it. Industry is focusing on low code and no code solutions, right? So you just have to have that interpretation of any code that is given there. The finance people who are coming to the campus, guys, at least try to get your hands dirty in terms of financial modeling, right? Create any company's valuation model and just analyze it. Tableau and Power BI, which we are learning right now. We just completed this thing. Uh, when FedEx came to campus, they explicitly asked for Power BI questions. Right? When there were 2, 3 companies came for the campus and they explicitly asked for it. Read more about it. When I look for marketing, right? Some companies explicitly ask you regarding the CRM, right? Salesforce, HubSpot. They ask you a lot of questions regarding it. And most important thing, ERP tools, basics of SAP, cloud integration, data integration, cloud migration, change management. These are some things that you should have a level of order 2 understanding, not level of order 1. Right? And marketing people have a strong understanding regarding SEO, social media marketing, email marketing. Operations people, there's a Lean Sigma certification offered by the campus, which was offered last year. Uh, have a strong understanding of it. The roles which are coming to operations, like operation leader, operation analyst, FinOp operations. Then some roles are merely related to corporate. Swiggy came to campus. Role was mere related to operation leader, right? So have a strong understanding about processes. There are a lot of terms which come in operation, right? ERP. Just go through it once. Maybe in the subsequent sessions, I'll conduct some sessions for you. What happens? Uh, why we are not able to get placed for Accenture strategy, right? We were not having that knowledge and not that understanding. I was getting my CV shortlisted for each and every company, but my CV was not shortlisted for Accenture strategy, right? Which was like one of the lucrative company who's coming to campus. They only go for ABCs, then they come for Great Lakes. I'm Udaipur. So there are some things that you need to keep in handy. Have a master CV of yours before coming to campus. Yeah, yes, over to you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I have a doubt. Can you please give more light on Gurgaon campus placement, average salary, and what are the
I'll take
goals,
it. I'll take
please?
it.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
yeah, almost 73% of the batch got placed. People from non-technical, non-engineering people got into Big Force, strong Big Force, right? I don't know how to name that company. Uh, Packages, average package of Chennai campus this year would be around 18 lakh. For Gurgaon campus is 16.5 lakh. Last guy who got a less package, the minimum threshold of Gurgaon campus is 12 LP. They Chennai as well as Gurgaon campus, they don't allow any company less than 11 LPA. TCS came to campus and they offered around 10 and 11 LPA. CCS, the corporate and career services, directly rejected the TCS. Told that we can't allow you to sit for the look for the placement because 11 LPA is too less, right? Talking about PGPM, right? ZS, Tag Analytics, App Inventive, Cognizant, then Bazi Games. Uh, there are 6 7 recruiters who did in masses. Accenture came to campus almost four times, right? Seat matrix is very less for Gurgaon campus, 150 people. Chennai is 300. 300 is very tough to place 300 people. Almost we covered more than 250, I would say, and still 2 to 3 months are remaining. So within this month, we think that we were able to place each and every student. So I think that is the record for the Chennai campus this year. For Gurgaon campus, around 14.5 to 16 would be your average package. The interesting thing about Gurgaon campus is they'll allow you to sit for 2, 3, 4, 5 companies. I've seen one of my office mate when I conducted one session. Uh, he got into Deloitte, he got into Bazi Games, then he got into ZS. So, it all boils down to how you perform. If they are getting 3 to 4 opportunities, right, it's a good thing for you. I'll take last 2, 3 questions. Are there placements that are BTech specific? No. See, I'll tell you one thing regarding MBA. A person from non-technical, non-engineering, content writing background are getting into consulting, right? Content writing you can consider. Then there are people who are from like very niche background, right? And they are getting into top companies. And I've seen people who were from IT consulting, though there's a notion in the market that great list for IT still not placed, right? It all boils down to how you perform during interview. If you are getting that much opportunities, and if you're not able to crack it, it's your fault. It's not college's fault. But college will definitely support you. If for Chennai and Gurgaon, especially for Chennai campus, if you're not sitting for a company, they'll push you to sit for companies. I've seen 2, 3 people. They wanted to opt out. CCS pushed them. CCS has helped them to get placed. Now they are saying, good things regarding CCS. But that much efforts Chennai campus is pushing. Gurgaon is also the same. Number 27% of the people. See, guys, I'll do one session with alum from the Gurgaon campus, right? Tomorrow itself. So we'll conduct all the things regarding Gurgaon campus and placements. CCS corporate and career services. Gurgaon 14.5, 14.5 to 16. Average top 30% of the batch got more than 18. For Chennai, I'll definitely say you top 40% of the batch, 50, not 40, 50% of the batch getting package more than 18 LP. Unplaced, most of the people don't apply for the companies for almost December. Me and Yash were lucky, we were both get placed before December. But at least sit for the companies. I have seen a lot of people coming to the campus and they applied for the companies. They made the notion that they want 20 LPA, right? And then they'll diversify. They wanted to get into the top roles. And if their CV didn't get shortlisted, then they blame CCS that I'm not getting any opportunity or something like that, right? Top 50%
yeah.
Gurgaon, 16 LPA.
What factors leads to candidates being unplaced? Like I said, either you are not, you don't have an open mind. You're not able to understand what mistakes you are making in the interview. You are not ready to accept your mistakes. It depends on a lot of factors. Usually, if you are very proactive in your preparation, if you are very, very self-aware about where you are lacking, okay, it can you can get placed within like 3 or 4 attempts. Okay, if you're one of the best see one thing, if you guys have really fabulous work experience, if you have work experience that is very nice, that is highly technical or something like that, and you have very nice things to boast about in your don't worry about placements at all. You will be the guys who will get placed in the very first attempt as itself. Okay, if you are someone who has done a lot of nice things in your okay, now a little humble brag here. I had a lot of achievements in my work itself. I have 4 years of experience in pure data science, and out of that, like 2 years, more than 2 years was data engineering itself. So, because my technical background was very strong, and I had a lot of things to boast about, that is why I got that is the reason I got placed so early. So one of the best things that you can do is, if you don't want to go for a strategy consultant role, okay, if you're fine with a business analyst role, if you're fine with IT operations role, okay, you just, what you need to do is you need to focus a lot on your own okay. My interview in Accenture, it did not go beyond that workex part. Okay, my CV, half of it was about workex and half of it was about rest of the details about my education, about my certifications. They did not even go to my certifications. They did not ask about my certifications at all of my entire, I had two interviews in Accenture. First round was highly technical. Second round was techno managerial round. In both of the rounds, they did not go beyond that work expert. And if they had to go beyond that work expert, they were just asking me about current trends in the technology that I was working in, current trends about that, or they gave me a caselet to solve, okay, about the same.